there are some things that we need to discuss. Things have changed a little bit on the commercial property that we're building, and I've got videos for you guys of what's happening right now, and I'm getting ready to upload those here in the next few days. But before I do that, I've got to explain where we are, because technically what I said we were building has changed. It's one of the biggest fears that I had in even letting out what it was that we were building, is that something was going to go wrong and we're going to have to pivot and change. That's happened. So welcome to my biggest fear. It's not that big of a deal, but I do want you guys to understand that I didn't want to say there was one thing and then just come back on the next video and it's just totally something different and never have an explanation in between. So wanted to be able to talk to you guys about what we were building before, what we're building now, and why that changed. So originally we were building a 2-story, 8-unit apartment complex. That's what we were building. Yeah. We worked for over 2 years on that project, getting everything ready to start building. We had foundation laid out, as you guys have seen if you've watched the previous videos on it. We poured concrete for the foundation, and yeah, we got hit right after that. So the state inspector came and said everything looked good, but we ended up having to show all of our documentation, and he found a piece of paper, one document that we hadn't done. It's called, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's basically, it's a blueprint. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you had to have it sketched out, a blueprint of the building, structural blueprint, something like that. But anyway, so we missed that. We didn't do that. We didn't have that done, and he shut us down, said we could do no more work, and if we did any more work, that it would have to be removed even if we did it. So there was no point in moving forward. The only thing we could do is a little bit of dirt work, move some rock around for the pad and things like that. But that was it. If we did anything else, he ended up saying, we asked him, he said, can we go ahead and start framing and get that done and give it to you later? Because here's the kicker. So the document that he needed can only be done, of course, by some specialist that does them, an architect. Architectural blueprint, that's what it's called. Anyway, so to get an architect that could do that was going to take 6 months and $60,000. Now, keep in mind, that is an expense that my builder did not put in to the cost of building it. So that was going to be not $60,000 added to the cost of the building on the back end that's going to get a loan, but it was going to be $60,000 of my own dollars that was going to be paying for this piece of paper. And that's what it was. It was a piece of paper. And it was going to cost us 6 months of time. We were going to be completely shut down for 6 months. No good. No good. So we pivoted. We said, what is it that we can build with the existing foundation, or maybe just a small tweak in it, that can save us maybe a whole lot of money and still get close to the same amount of units and just be a better all fit. So that's where our mind started going to try to figure out what to do in that situation. And we landed on townhomes. So super excited about what we've got going on right now. We have pivoted from a 2-story, 8-unit apartment complex to a 5-unit, single-level townhome. So I've got to tell you all the reasons that I absolutely love this project, even more than I did the thought of the other project. So first, it saved us $300,000. So that's number one. That's the first thing. That was beyond unbelievable to me. And it goes with not having the second level, a little bit less of a footprint. But the units, this is what I love. The units are bigger than they were going to be. They were going to be around 600 square feet. They were going to be small apartments. These townhomes are right under 900 square feet apiece. So these are going to be bigger living areas. It's going to be more of an ownership type situation than an apartment. Nothing wrong with apartments, but you just know, you deal with people that are over top of you, deal with people that are beneath you. You deal with the running into each other, going up and down the steps, and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be so much better because of it being a single level. Everybody's going to be able to just walk out of their front door. Yeah, they're going to be bigger. And man, I'm just really glad. It's been frustrating. It's been a really frustrating, and you guys have seen me kind of focus in on the flips that we were finishing up. And that's the reason why I'm super frustrated with this project, because it just was at a standstill. And but I believe it all worked out exactly the way that it needed to, because we got to focus over there, finish those flips, and we got to be in such a better position with these townhomes now than we would have been with the apartment building. Not to mention, these things are going to be beautiful. The way that we've got these things laid out, the extra square footage that we've got, the plans that I've got for the inside, the plans that I've got for the outside. I mean, I'm literally getting ready to get all the color options that I've got from our siding company. And they've already sent me some of them, but I want to see them in person. I want to pick one out of the color that we're going to go with. And man, these things are going to be so beautiful. They're going to be they're brand new. It's just really cool when something that's so frustrating comes together, and you get to see what it's going to look like for sure. There's been so many unknowns with this project, because it has been something I've dealt with for about 2 years. I mean, we bought the land 2 years ago. And to think that just now, we're pouring concrete, getting ready to frame. It's just been such a long process. But it's been absolutely worth it. There's no way I would go back and say that I wouldn't buy the land, that I wouldn't have gone through all the things that we've gone through to get to where we are right now. So yeah, just felt like I needed to explain that in the in-between of saying that they're apartments. And of course, as soon as I said that we were building apartments, everything shifted. That's just how it works. I've spent 2 years saying it's a surprise, I'm not going to say what it is. And then the week after I say what it is, that's not what it is anymore. So that's just par for the course. It's how it goes. But we are super excited about what we're building, super excited about this 5-unit townhome building that we're putting up. Excited to hold this thing long term. Really cool, because even of course we've got to do the appraisal and all that kind of stuff, but even if we sold them as a whole unit, they're going to be worth a whole lot more than what we're spending to have them built. But on top of that, and even another thing to keep in mind, if you are somebody who's thought about building townhomes or that's just in your mind now, maybe from this video or from the video series that we're going to be putting on, maybe that's something that hits your mind, something you want to do. Zero lot lines. You can actually sell them individually, and they're worth a whole lot more than they are even as a 5-unit commercial building that you could sell all together. So there's so many options with them. You could sell some, you could hold on to some. Our plan, me and my wife, is to hold on to them long term, let them appreciate over the next 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 years, and see what they're worth at the end of that, all the while them getting paid down by the tenants that live there and us throwing in. We might do flips and throw money on it or whatever, but the goal for me, and this might get some people riled up, because a lot of people are that are in real estate are about leverage and don't have any of your money in the deal and all that. That's not how I operate. I want the things paid off. I want them paid off. I want that money to generate every single month, 100% cash flow besides the expenses. Don't want mortgage to be an expense. So over the next 3 to 5 years, I hope to pay them down a whole lot, if not pay them off. That would be the goal. In 5 years or less, would love to have them paid off. But you got to work hard towards that, and that's the goal. But anyway, I don't want this to be did you hear that? Didn't plan on and don't want this to be a super long video. Just wanted to update you guys so that going forward, you know why it is we're building what we're building. Didn't want it to be a shock, a surprise. Everything's just changed all of a sudden. So that's my explanation. That's what's going on. We're super excited. Hope you're still excited. Hope you'll follow along and watch all the videos as we get ready to do plumbing, pour concrete, start framing, put a roof on, all the things. It's all coming, and there's nothing in our way now. We are 100% on track and moving forward. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.